Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing this evening? It's currently 3:12 a.m. on this beautiful Monday going into Tuesday. I've had such a fantastic day today. It's just been such a magical day. I got done vlogging, and then I went into Meijer and I got a bunch of stuff. And then I came out and I filmed a Peter Does Stuff video, which I was actually going to film at home, but Alex got home early. Well, if you watch my vlog from yesterday, you would know that because I talked to him in the video. Well, I didn't talk to him, but I stopped the video to talk to him. And he was going to work out, but he had left his clothes at home. And so he was like, no, I'm not going to work out tonight. So anyway, he came home and he just hung out and relaxed. And then I came home and I made 2 more videos. But like with uploading the vlog and uploading my other videos, I literally got home, gosh, I don't even know, like 6 o'clock probably. I mean, it didn't take me very long to film the other 2. I don't think I only filmed 1 video. I don't think I filmed no, I didn't film a Peterisms video. I just filmed the 1 video. And doing everything to upload and everything, I finally got done at like, when did I call Tanya? It was like 9:30. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna settle down here for a little. I think it was even maybe later than that. I don't know. We didn't have our literature meeting tonight. A couple people had canceled, and then I didn't know if I could get there right on time. Tanya didn't know if she could get there right on time. And the person that runs it, like she's the one that does the Zoom of all of it, Zoom, her son is on spring break this week. So she was like, why don't we just take this week off and we'll just do it next week, which was perfectly fine. So I got to, you know, work on my videos and just kind of like relax around the house and stuff like that. I don't know what I did when I got done filming those videos. Oh, I sat outside. It was beautiful this evening. So I sat on the front porch and I started this, it's very interesting. I started this new book by this author that I read his book like years ago called Mysterious Skin. His name's Scott Heim, I think is how you pronounce it. His last name is Heim. And I had ordered this book, I don't know where I ordered it, but it's called We Disappear. He doesn't have very many books out. I don't know why he stopped writing, but he just like all of a sudden stopped writing. And, or they disappear, or we disappear, or something like that. But anyway, it's about this guy, and he has like a sister, and he lives in New York. And his mom has, I think, well, you don't really know at the beginning, but I think, because she talks about getting treatments on Friday mornings, I think she has cancer. And she becomes, like, obsessed through the years. Like, I'm not very far into the book, but he's kind of flashing back. So what happens is, at the beginning of the book, this, like, Lutheran school girls group find the body of this missing boy in the woods. And his mom has always been like really weirdly obsessed with like missing people, like ever since he and his sister were kids, where she like, I mean like obsessed, like kind of like true crime murderino, where she would like sit in the kitchen and she would like cut out scraps from newspapers and paste them on the walls or tape them on the walls. And so she went through periods where she was like obsessed with true crime, and she'd be like really heavily drinking. And so she like wants him to come home to help solve this case. And I feel like there's some history of like her becoming like, I mean, he's already said it, but like some history of like her becoming like too obsessed with these cases. The back of the book says he comes home to take care of his mom and also to solve this case, this one last case for her or something like that. So anyway, what I had forgotten about Scott Heim is that his writing is, he's a very raw, vulnerable writer, and the writing, what does that mean? I don't even know what that means. Oh, it's Siri. his writing is very raw and vulnerable, and it's just absolutely beautifully written, but you're kind of like taken in right away, and it's kind of like, I don't even really know how to explain this. Have you ever like watched a show or a movie or read a book where it's like emotionally a lot to handle right from the beginning? That's kind of how his books are a little bit. And then he also wrote this book. I don't remember. It'll be weird if I'm saying this and it's connected to the movie. I don't know anything about that. But he wrote this book. I think I have it actually. And it's like, or he wrote like 2 books, and they were short stories, and each one was a short story to like a Smith song. And I always wanted to read them, but I don't love short stories. So I haven't read them, but I think I have one of them at home. It's called like Ode to the Smiths or something like that. And the first book that he wrote, Mysterious Skin, was made into a movie, like an independent movie. It was a very disturbing read. So I'm excited about reading this book, but I sat outside and I read like 10 pages of it, and I was just like, okay, this is really heavy. Like, I need to do something a little bit more lighthearted. And then I called Tanya Jean and I talked to her for a little bit, and we were just kind of catching up, talking about our plans for tomorrow night. I was so tired at that point, honestly. Like, I was gonna ask her if she wanted to go get a fountain, but she sounded tired. She was cleaning out her closet. She sounded tired and I was tired. So I was just like, love you, see you tomorrow. And she said the same thing. And then I went upstairs and I laid down, and Alex was watching the Kardashians on the computer. And I was so comfortable, you guys. I got into bed and Alex was like rubbing my back. And I got in and I like turned on my side, and Boo Radley was like right down on my lower back, like pushed up against me. And Alex was like rubbing my like upper back, and I was so cozy, you guys. I fell asleep like that quick. And I had set my alarm, and it like went off once, and I woke up and I was like, boo. So I'd eaten like a little bit here and there, but it's like, I was just thinking about this before I started this, it's so weird. Like, I can never get the temperature right in here. Like, when I got in the car, it was kind of cold. So then I turned on the heat, but it was hot. So I rolled down the window all the way. And I'm like, this is so like me, like sleeping at night. Because like the heat will be on the house, but then I'll get too hot. So I'll like throw the blankets off of my legs, or just one leg, you know, and then I have the fan right on me. It's like a combination of hot and cold. I just can't get comfortable. What was I gonna say? Oh, I really hadn't eaten a whole lot today. I ate just like little bits and pieces of crap here and there, Pringles and whatever. So when I got up, I made 2 cheese sandwiches and this like special macaroni salad from Meyer, and then I had some Pringles. What else did I have? Is that it? Like 2 pieces of that Baby Bell cheese, which I love. And I watched the end of RuPaul's Drag Race UK Season 1. And I wasn't surprised by the winner. But then I wanted to buy, I always feel like such an idiot with this stuff. I wanted to buy the 2nd season. Well, you couldn't buy the 2nd season on Amazon Prime. Or if you can, I couldn't figure out how to do it. And I was like, I really want to watch the 2nd season. And I know that everybody's watched the 2nd season because they've all talked about it. So, I see people constantly talking about it online, and people that don't live in the UK, right? So I was like, there's got to be a place where you can go watch it. So, like, so many people have told me to download the Wow Presents Plus app. Wow Presents is who does, like, it's RuPaul's, like, production company, I think. And I don't know if RuPaul owns it or is just part of it or whatever. But anyway, it's like they put on all the drag stuff, the RuPaul's Drag Race stuff, all that stuff. So I like went to go download it, and it was like free trial. So I hit the free trial, and then it was like a year. It's like a month is $3.99 or a year is $39.99. And there's like RuPaul's Drag Race Canada, and I paid $19.99 for one season of RuPaul's Drag Race UK. So then I was like, of course, I should have just done what everybody else told me to do, but there was something like when I went to go look at it that day, I couldn't find the app, or there was something about, I couldn't figure it out when I first went to go look. So I was like, I'll just buy this season. Now I felt silly for buying the season, which I feel dumb for buying the season, which brings me to my hat that I bought tonight. I bought a new Gorin Brothers. I bought 2 more of these hats. Actually, that's not true. I bought 3 of these hats tonight. I'll talk about this in just a second. I haven't bought any in a while, and I'm like, I need to buy some new one of these hats, because you guys, I wear these so much that I need to get, like, I'm not into washing hats, because if you wash a hat, it just kind of like, it like warps how you've like worn it out. So anyway, I don't know many people that do wash their baseball and trucker hats. But anyway, well, just to tell you now, I bought this hat and it has a donkey on it and it says dumb at the top of it, like dumb ASS, get it? And then I bought 2 shark ones. One has a shark on it and it's like majestic blue. And the next one, it's not sky blue, it's like a really bright blue. And then the other one says shark on it, and it's a navy blue. I saw this woman when we were in Miami, and she had this shark Gorin Brothers hat, and they're out of stock now. So I had to buy them on like third-party sites. And that's what happens, is they put them out, and then they take them off the website. So they're kind of like, I wouldn't call them limited edition or anything like that, even though they kind of are. But they're collectors kind of, because once they're out, like, there's only a couple of them that they've kept up, you know, through the years. But anyway, I love them. They're like the best trucker hats in the world. Of course, my PB one that was made for me special is probably my favorite one. And I wanted to make one for Alex. And I even said in a vlog, because I couldn't remember who made it for me, I said, can you please, please, please contact me and email me? Because I want to know where you had the patch made. Because that's what I want to know, is like where the patch was made. Because Alex really, 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 he wants like a PP, the Flying Chihuahua hat, like a Gorin Brothers hat. And apparently you can like buy the hat by itself. This is what she did, and then she had the patch made and it said Bachelor on it. But I think he wants the patch made where it just says PP on it. He doesn't want like P period, or just 2 P's. He doesn't want it to say Bachelor, obviously, because that's my thing, not his. So, and I totally get that. But I wanted to do that for him for Christmas, and I couldn't find where this guy makes these badges. I don't know how she ever found it, but it was fantastic. So anyway, I bought those hats tonight. So when I got up, I ended up downloading the Wow Presents Plus app. And I got the free trial, which I think is like a 2-week free trial or something. But then I'm just going to pay for it and pay for the year. It's $40. I don't think that's too bad. And there's so much stuff to watch, and there's like documentary. I mean, there's not tons, but there's like documentaries, and there's probably stuff you can find at other places. But there's like, as far as RuPaul's Drag Race, there's like RuPaul's Drag Race, all of the seasons in the United States, and then there's like UK, both seasons, Canada, 1 or 2, I think just 1 season, and then Australia's coming, Denmark is up there, I think, which would be interesting to watch. I think they should do like a Latin American RuPaul's Drag Race. And then, what else? Oh my gosh. What else is on there? T.S. Madison has a bunch of stuff on there. And there's like Alyssa's Secret is on there, which these were all on YouTube, on the Wow Presents like YouTube thing. So yeah, I think that was kind of worth it, you know, to download that. And so I started watching RuPaul's Drag Race UK, the 2nd season. I watched the 1st episode of it, and it was good. It's interesting because the one that I see everybody talking about, I thought she was really unique and different. I really liked her, the Bimini one. I thought she was really different. Isn't it interesting? Like, I don't want to ruin it for anybody, but like when anybody comes on there and they're like polished, like Kelly Mantle, when she came on RuPaul's Drag Race and she was kicked off the first season, you know, like what people don't know about like Pork Chop, you know, when RuPaul always says, hey, Pork Chop, and she was the first one that ever got kicked off of RuPaul's Drag Race. Okay, I had been watching Pork Chop at the Connection in Louisville. She was a cast member there for years. She's like a really well-known queen in the community. And she had like made it to like first, second runner-up, Entertainer of the Year. I think she's held a national title, actually. She was in the movie Trantasia, which is a documentary. I mean, she's really, really well-known. And so, it's always interesting to me when, like, the first queen kicked off is somebody that's really well-known. But Kelly Mantle, that happened. And then on RuPaul's Drag Race UK, the second season, it's somebody that's really well-known. Which I think is interesting when they kind of come on there and maybe not with so much arrogance, as I didn't see that this time with this person. But just kind of like, I've got this all figured out, you know? I think RuPaul and Michelle Visage, Michelle Visage, I think they really like, I don't know if I necessarily want to say greenness, like when you are just like, you know, brand new and you don't know anything. I don't think like that's appealing to them. I think the ability to be teachable, to be taught, to, you know, continue to learn through the course of the season, I think that's what's interesting to them to watch, you know, somebody grow over time. When it's, you know, and I think that's interesting to any of us when we see that within a character in a book or a movie or a TV show or a reality show or whatever. It's like, you know, one of the reasons why I love Marlo in Atlanta so much is that when Marlo came on there originally, I mean, she still is rather lippy, but like she just was like, she didn't get along with anybody. She was just Nene's friend, and she's really come a long way. Like she really has. And like if you watch the conversation when they were on Cynthia's bachelorette party, I think in North Carolina or South Carolina or wherever they went, the conversation that she had with Kenya was a really mature conversation on both of their parts. And, you know, like a conversation that I didn't think they would ever be willing to have. And that makes, you know, like, I'm not a huge Kenya fan. I never have been. But like watching that moment and watching that moment with Marlo, I was like, it makes you like people more when you realize that they have the ability to grow and change. It's like, I say that all the time in my drama channel videos, you know, and it's not for anybody else, but for yourself to grow and change and want to be a better person. Because you can't really fake that shit. I mean, you really, excuse my language with that stuff. You can't really fake that stuff. You just really can't, you know? And I don't know why you would want to. I think, for me, I just want to continue to grow, you know, and be the best version of myself. But anyway, to RuPaul and Michelle Visage, I think that's what they see as far as a superstar. Somebody, it's like Alaska coming on the first time, and you could see like that diamond in the rough talent, and she wasn't there yet, but then she came on for All Stars, and she came on to win. Like, she came to win All Stars, you know? It was very much like Valentina the first time to All Stars too, you know? It was like, the first time she was like beautiful, you know, but she wasn't like fully realized. And then when she came on for, you know, All Stars, I mean, she was fully realized, talking about living her fantasy and everything, you know? And she could lip sync. I think it's one reason why this season, why they really like Candy Muse. Because I think they see that vulnerability, that rawness in Candy. That's like, I'm gonna fight for what I want. Like last week, I don't see with the judges as far as like star quality, other than Like, if you go on there, this is how confidence can get you really far. I think Candy Muse is talented. I think she's got her own individual talent and whatever, but I don't see what they see. I don't know what it is. I can't explain it. Where they go on and on and on about, I mean, do I see, like, Candy being able to go on and do movies and, you know, just really, like, hold her own and all this kind of stuff is the same way that, like, Jada Essence Hall, who, I mean, I probably don't need to give a whole, where is my lip gloss? Rundown of, these were our keys at the one hotel. They were just like wooden little chips. Isn't that so cool? Did I show that on here before? But anyway, I don't know, I like Candy. But the thing is, the more she grows in the show, the more I like her. The more she becomes vulnerable and raw and shares pieces of herself, the more I like her. When she goes back into the Untucked, which they cannot see, and she gets like real arrogant and she's like, well, what you guys like, well, you know, you're in the bottom because that dress doesn't fit right. And like, Candy, your outfit's not that fine either, you know? It's like there's an arrogance and a boastfulness about her that I think is really unattractive. But the thing is that Candy Muse came in there on episode 1 telling everybody she was going to win, telling everybody she was a superstar, telling everybody why they should love her, and people believed it. Like, I think her fellow contestants believed it, and I think she definitely believes it. And there's, that I think is like the ability to have, and I will say that doesn't come across to me in that part as cockiness. It comes across to me as confident. To have that kind of confidence where you believe in yourself on that level, man, if you could bottle that and sell it, you'd be a really rich person. You know what I mean? Like, that's hard to do, to have that kind of confidence. So I give it to Candy Muse for that. And she has been, like, I mean, she was really funny in some of the things that she's done, and I do think she's really talented. I just don't see what they're seeing in it. I don't know, they've kicked off more talented queens to me. Where is my, oh, there it is. Oh, you know what, I forgot my lip balm is like almost at the very end. I don't know, I just feel like they've kicked off more talented queens. You know, and I like Denali, but like, everybody's like, oh, Denali got cheated, Denali got cheated, Denali got cheated. Denali was okay. I thought she was one note to me. In all honesty, that's how I felt. I mean, if we can't watch these shows and be honest about it, you know, I thought she was real sweet. Do I think she deserved to go home next to Olivia Lux? Absolutely not. The reason she was in the bottom was because of Olivia Lux. But I think that RuPaul, she makes her decisions very calculated for who she keeps and who she doesn't. I think sometimes when she kicks people off earlier, it's because she wants to see what they'll do on All Stars later. And she doesn't think that they're like a winner of contestant 1. I'll tell you what I think would be interesting is, and I'm wondering if it's going to come out and happen, but because we've had 13 seasons now, but some people don't like Tyra Sanchez doesn't do drag anymore, I don't think. And you know how there's usually 13, isn't there usually 13 queens on RuPaul's Drag Race? It would be interesting after this season if RuPaul had the top, like the winner of each season compete for like the true, so can you even imagine? So it would be like Sharon Needles and who else? Can't even think of all the winners now. Jada Essence Hall and oh, who's the one with the roses? I really liked her. But wouldn't that be fun to see like the top 13 winners compete against each other? I wonder if they would do it. Like, when you talk about confidence, like, see, that's what I love about Candy Muse. So that is one thing I love. Like, she would be like, hell yes, I'll do it. I'm there. Come on, let's go, right? Whereas these girls would be like, oh no, because like, what if I was first to leave? Then I would look like an idiot, you know? So they're too afraid of that. So they don't want to go and risk it. What could like be a really good thing for them? I don't know. I just love watching it. It's so crazy to me because I know a lot of people have gone back and started it and watched it from like the very beginning. I don't even know how I knew about it when it first came out. But I have like literally watched every episode of every season from beginning to now. Like, it's so funny when people talk about like that first stage and how bad the lighting was and stuff. Like, I don't even remember that. Isn't that stupid? Like, I don't even remember that. Tyra Sanchez was season 2, or episode, she was season 2, wasn't she? And, oh, that one queen that came back for All Stars a couple years ago. She won season 1. Where RuPaul always goes, Cameroon. What's her name? Why can't I think of it? BB Zahara Benet. That's what it is. I think she was the very first winner ever, wasn't she? So posed, so professional, you know? Angina, fantastic on the show, you know? I was really excited to see her on All Stars, and she really just kind of, you know, talk about one note. She didn't really do a whole lot. It's funny because, like, with Denali, like, watching it as an observer, like, I think people always want to know my opinions about this stuff because I'm so opinionated on my drama channel. It's like, I loved Denali, and I thought that she was very polished. I think the bringing the ice skating into everything, okay, like, but you're a drag queen. I mean, the ice drag queen reference is kind of like, I mean, as far as like costumes and stuff, I get it, but like, it doesn't, I don't know, it just, for me, it didn't really translate real well. And like, you have to have something, like, to do really well on RuPaul's Drag Race, you have to have, like, not that she didn't have personality, because I think she definitely did, but I think she was definitely a little more subdued than a lot of the girls, and I think you really have to fight for your position. I mean, it's television, too. Like, people have to remember that, right? And, I mean, watching at the beginning, I thought Denali would make it to the Final Four. I really did. Candy Muse tonight, I noticed on her Twitter, I know I don't follow her, but I'm not that I wouldn't, but I don't, because I don't care that much. But I noticed that she put, her name is now Candy, the top 4 Muse. She's like a masterclass in confidence. She really is. But I don't know, like the Denali thing, it's like I saw all these people that were like, Denali got cheated. And I'm like, but did she really? Like, or was it her time to go? Like, I think sometimes RuPaul's like, it's just their time to go. Like, they're not, you know, it's like at that point was the point that it's like kind of like go big or go home, you know? If you've ever been to a drag pageant, okay, this is the only way I can explain it. If you've ever been to a drag pageant, right, and you cannot compare it to a regular pageant because regular pageants are very much about technical points, okay? Like, you know, like how you walk, your interview skills, the outfit that you picked. It's like the technical points are very, you know, trained on that kind of stuff, right? So, like a scholarship pageant or, you know, like, I mean, I've even done judge glitz and glam pageants. But like Miss Indiana was very much like technical points. So you can't really compare them, right? Okay, but like National Entertainer of the Year, Miss Continental. Well, let's just say, I've never been to Miss Continental. I've always wanted to go. But let's say National Entertainer of the Year. I think like, it's like presentation and then like presentation, evening gown are like 50%. No. I think it's like presentation, evening gown, whatever. It's like 20 or something like that. And then talent is 40%. So like your talent is what you really want to do. Like, I saw Nina West, who was on RuPaul's Drag Race. I saw the year that she won at National Entertainer of the Year. If you go look up on YouTube, it's the one where her presentation or evening gown, or I think it's her evening gown, is where it's like there's people underneath her dress and you can't tell. When she's just standing there, it stopped. When she's standing there, it just looks like a black dress, and then like she starts moving like this, and you can see that it's like people underneath her. Like, it's unbelievable. But like, Nina West is a good example of like, this is why I was so disappointed with her on RuPaul's Drag Race. I was so excited to see her on that show. I had been wanting to see her on that show for a long time. This is where like, I love these people, but let's be honest with how they are on the show. So Nina West is another person to me like Denali. She was one note on the show. Like, I didn't really feel like I saw a broad range of Nina West, okay? When I saw Nina West, who has been writing and producing her own shows, okay, for years, you guys, for years and years and years. Her shows, I mean, she does like these unbelievable shows, right? And she's got, you know, an entire drag family that performs in these shows. And it's like, you go to try to buy tickets and they sell out that quick. And I can't remember what city in Chicago, I was gonna say, in Ohio. It's not Dayton, Ohio. Where's she from? Why can't I remember? It's bigger than that. Oh, shoot. What's the name of the bar there? But anyway, she does like a Halloween show and a Christmas show. She does these shows. She's genius. She's absolutely genius, you guys. And so, and she does all these like super famous characters, right? So she comes on RuPaul's Drag Race and it's like, what's going on here? It's like, you're not, I don't get it. When I saw her at National Entertainer of the Year, and she came out and she did this full, I think you can see it on YouTube as well. She did this full on Disney performance. Full on. Life-size costumes and everything. I felt like I was sitting on Broadway. I was blown. I mean, there was like not a person sitting in that entire theater. I mean, everybody was standing, cheering at the end. I mean, it was unbelievable. It was hilarious. It was impeccable. It was technical. It was unbelievable, right? But above everything else, it was something you had never seen before. And I think that's really what, you know, people want to see in the world when we latch onto something. Is this something we've never seen before? Is this exciting? Is this different? Is this funny? Is it funny in a way that we've never seen before? Is it unique? Like, we want to see unique. We want to see different, you know? And I really think the reason why is when I talk like a lot about like Be Too Much, is I really think it brings our own unique qualities out, because we each have them, right? Like, we each have those things inside of us, that big thing, and then those other things that make us unique and different, and that makes our soul and our personality, you know, beat to the rhythm of our own drum, kind of, you know, so to speak, or however you want to say it. And so when we see that in other people, and it inspires that creativity and that originality in us, right? And it excites us and it motivates us. And I think that's what they want to see on RuPaul's Drag Race. They want to see something they've never seen before, you know? So unfortunately, there's a lot of queens that are very, very good, but they want to see somebody that's not one note. Now, for example, Rosé, at the beginning of the season, she was one note to me. She was boring. I thought she seemed very nice. I thought her drag seemed extremely polished, but I wasn't very excited about it. Now, as she's stepping outside of her comfort zone, and she's doing some different stuff, and she's really pushing herself, it's a different Rosé. And I would be, you know, Alex asked me the other day, he was like, who do you want to win? And I said, well, I want Simone to win all the way. I mean, I'm Team Simone. I don't think we've seen anybody like Simone in such a long time. She's so confident, but at the same time, so vulnerable and raw about her own, her own character defects and her need to be perfect all the time and not wanting to disappoint people. And her looks are just like, oh my God, they're just spot on fashion. I mean, they're fashion. It's couture, some of it. And I mean, everything from like the hoop earrings when she was like was dressed up like a fox, she had in the ears, and it's just, I mean, she's incredible. And only when she started second guessing herself did she start doing poorly in the competition. So I would love for Simone to win. Who's the other? Rosé. I would be completely fine if Rosé won. Candy Muse, I don't think she's there yet. I like Candy, she's okay. I think she's got a lot of confidence. I don't think she exudes the next top drag superstar to me at all. I think there needs to be there's just something missing there for me. And then who's the fourth one? I can't even think. They must be such a powerhouse that I can't even remember who it is. I know you guys are shouting it out on the camera right now. Well, I can't think of it because I just watched the UK one. We just watched 6 hours of it. Okay, Olivia Lux, she's gone. Oh, this is gonna drive me crazy. Who is it? It's gonna be somebody I love to watch. Olivia Lux. God, why can't I figure out who it is? Tina Burner's gone. Do you know Tina Burner dated for like 5 years? Because I Wikipedia'd it tonight. They mentioned it on RuPaul's Drag Race. But then I looked, but he dated Graham Norton, who's like the TV show host from the UK, but he's also a judge on Drag Race UK. Don't you think that's interesting? RuPaul's Drag Race UK. Oh, I have to look it up. This is gonna kill me that I don't know. Simone, Rosé, Candy Muse. Who are... If you guys don't watch RuPaul's Drag Race, this is like the most boring vlog in the world. Oh, no. I want to take a picture of that. Here it is. This... It's called a Smeg variable temperature kettle, and I want one. Okay, but they're expensive. RuPaul. Top 4, season 13. Oh, Got Mick. How could I forget Got Mick? Yeah, I would be totally fine with Got Mick winning too. I was telling a story about a friend of mine, and then it just like went on and on and on. I'm literally like 2 streets down. Anyway, I'm trying to think of a point to go back to. The top 4 of RuPaul's Drag Race. I was talking about a friend of mine that used to do drag back in the day. But anyway, the top 4 of RuPaul's Drag Race are Got Mick, was who I forgot. Rosé, Candy Muse, and Simone. And honestly, and it's not because I dislike Candy, because I've really grown to like Candy throughout the season. I just do not feel that she's as polished as the other 3. And I would be completely fine with Rosé, Got Mick, or Simone winning. But Simone is my absolute #1 pick. I think for me, it would probably go Simone, Got Mick, and Rosé. Although, I feel like Got Mick needs to come out. And I know this is like from my drama channel stuff, but I feel like at this point, needs to make some announcement about James Charles or something. I don't think these people really realize how their friendships with him are going to ultimately affect their what do you call it? Their career reputations as well. You know? And Gottmik was just in a video with James Charles on James's channel with Manny and Gabriel Zamora. So anyway, that's all of my thoughts about RuPaul's Drag Race. I haven't watched Canada. That's going to be my next one that I watch probably. That or like Denmark. I think Denmark would be really interesting to watch, unless the Down Under one, the Australian one, is on there by then, because then I would love to watch that one. I think that would be fun. I like watching, like, the one thing about the UK queens is they're comedy queens. They're hilarious. My favorite so far, I have to tell you, is Lawrence Chaney. Did I already say that? Like, he's hilarious. And just, like, off-the-cuff humor, too. But she like really can't teach that to anybody, you know. Tomorrow it's supposed to be beautiful again. I already looked at the weather earlier, and I am going to make videos during the day, and then pick up Tanya 7:30ish, 7:30, and we're gonna go to our meeting. And oh my gosh, I'm tired. And then I don't know. I'll probably get a fountain pop afterwards and drive around and talk for a little bit, because we haven't really, I haven't seen her much this last week. She's been super busy with spring break. The kennel is like really busy. This is like her busiest time of year. It's weird to think that we're less than 2 months away to summer, like to the pool opening. It doesn't feel like that yet. Like, it feels like it's getting close to, like, it's spring. It's getting close to spring, but it feels like that water is so good. I don't know why. I don't know why it tastes so good to me tonight. But it feels like we are, like, it doesn't feel like it's right around the corner, you know? Which is crazy. Are you ever like I'm tired, but I'm not like physically super tired, but like my brain is just so calm and relaxed that like if I put my head on the pillow right now, I actually haven't sprayed that lavender spray on my pillow in a while. Maybe I'll do that tonight, because whenever I do, I just fall right asleep. I just fall right asleep. This is Asthma. Welcome to Peter Monn's Asthma channel. Tonight, you're gonna slowly, slowly, slowly fall asleep. Listen to my voice. We used to do these guided like imagery things back in the day when I worked in treatment. And it'd be like, we had to like read them off this sheet. I was so bad. I did it like once or twice. I was like, my voice. And now people are like, oh my God, I fall asleep to your voice. But back then, like, I couldn't do it at all. I had some Melody Beatty guided visionary imagery. You know what? I bet I left them there when I left. I bet that's what happened to those tapes, because we used them for that. They were fantastic. She's like, you're floating down a river in the woods. Oh no, she would be like, you're walking through the woods. You can hear the crack of the leaves underneath your feet as you walk. The sun is shining through the leaves, bouncing off of each leaf on the tree as you walk, walk deeper in the woods. You come upon a narrow creek bubbling fast through the woods. Little rocks and pebbles are underneath, and there just happens to be a raft made out of wood and string. You lay on the raft, and you wind down the creek as it gets wider and wider. This is literally like the Melody Beatty thing. She's like, you put your arm out, touch the water, feel the grass as you go by the bank. And I mean, I would be out like that. I'd be like, she did this one I loved, and it was about going out into the world and like people's mean comments and people being negative towards you and putting you down and whatever. And it was like this thing where there was like this star or something, and it was like dripping this gold liquid and this bubble, and it would like drip this gold liquid or pop or something, and it would be over you, and it would go all over you, like in between the creases of your fingers, and like all in, like while you were laying there, it's like you're being completely covered in this like gold protective liquid that like nobody else could see but you could see, and wherever you went, this like gold protection. You guys, I have not come here to vlog late at night in a long time, and that red truck is still there, you guys. I cannot believe it. But anyway, I used to love that gold protective one. I wonder where I could get those. Well, I don't even have a tape player to listen to it anymore. I think he's asleep in that truck, but I could be wrong. I'm gonna pull in here and look at the iTunes store and see. It's like guided imagery is what it's called, I think. If they have them, I will just like completely fall out. Well, they might have them on YouTube too. I should look that up first and see. Melody. Guided meditation, here it is. Melody Beatty. Lighting the Path, side 1. Is that what it's called? I will die. They have it on here. Part 1 and part 2. Oh my gosh, you guys. I have to take a screenshot to see if this is what it is. Oh my god, it is! You guys, it is! Oh my god, you can get it on YouTube. Lighting the Path. Here, I gotta just play 2 seconds of it and see if this is it. Oh my god, I have talked about this so many times. Why won't it play? Oh, because I took a screenshot of it and I'm hitting the screenshot, not the YouTube channel. I'm such an idiot. Where is it? I don't hear anything. What's going on?
Are you allowing someone or something to control you? Push your...
This is it! I can't believe it, you guys! Oh my god, okay. So you Google, you just search in YouTube, Melody Beatty, Lighting the Path. And it's part 1 and part 2. Oh my god, you guys. I cannot believe it. It has that meditation on there that I was just talking. It has both of them, you guys. I was just talking about. The one that's about the whatever going all over you. Going all over you. The juice going all over you, family friendly. It has that, but it also has, now it's been probably 20 years, you guys, since I've heard these, so my memory about them may not be accurate, but, and the other one about floating down the river, that was the one that I really loved, because that meditation, listening to it so many times before I would go to sleep, it really taught me about, like not going against the grain, not being resistant to life, just allowing life to happen, going with the flow. Like that meditation alone really helped with that. Oh my god, I'm so excited that I found that. Well, all right, you guys, I don't want you to forget about this, so I think this is a perfect time to end this vlog tonight, so I can listen to my audiobook a little bit on my way home and then go to sleep when I get there. So, I will be back tomorrow. I hope you guys are having an amazing Tuesday. I love you so much, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya! And since someone said they love when I do the one more I love yous, the one more, yeah, that's what it is. Since someone said they love it when I do that, glamour shots, I just want to come back and do one more I love you. And that goes especially to the person out there who I don't remember who said it in the comment section, but you said, I love when you do the one more I love you. So that goes just to you. And I love you guys so much, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya!